One man's backyard is so transformative, you might think you're in Florida rather than Wisconsin, with water, sand, and wildlife. Reporter Jeff Alexander says a difficult diagnosis inspired him to build it, and now he hopes to share it with those who need it most.
In a neighborhood on the southeast side of Appleton, there is a backyard you truly need to see to believe. It belongs to Dennis Nagin, along with all the birds and butterflies.
They'll be all over this, and then there's orange milkweed here too.
And the turtles, frogs, and fish.
I will throw this food out over there. Should be within minutes.
Make that seconds.
Oh, look at that.
That call this little oasis home.
It's probably not to over dramatize it or whatever, but probably saved my life, because when I'm depressed or just the body ain't working, you just come out here and it's just like most people. You go in the woods and you just see everything that God created and you just calm. It just brings peace.
Aside from his career that included starting a business and working in healthcare management, Dennis coached basketball for decades. In 2010, just as he achieved his dream of coaching the Lawrence University women's team, he felt something wasn't right with his body. Doctors diagnosed Dennis with severe systemic rheumatoid arthritis, which destroys tendons and joints in the body and attacks the heart, lungs, eyes, and other organs.
I had to give up coaching, I had to give up working at a job. I had to give up most of my volunteering. So you lose your life, you lose your identity, and then you got to start rebuilding, and it's very difficult.
But then, out of the blue in 2013, Dennis had a vision.
One day I woke up in the middle of the night, and whether it was God or whatever, said, build a pond. And I drew that note down. The next day I got up, I got pictures. I came out here with a big rope, and I laid out a rope. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I said, I want to build a pond.
He named it Memory Lake in honor of his late parents. Over the last 10 years, Dennis's family and friends, especially his grandkids, have enjoyed Memory Lake, which is stocked with perch.
My goal is always to share it with somebody like Children's Hospital, Make-A-Wish Foundation. For the parents that are struggling in stress, come here for a day. Come here for an hour. Just come out instead of being in a lunchroom. Come out here and relax. I'll throw on a burger on the grill for you. I'll buy it.
Dennis is praying that final wish comes true.
Beautiful story. I am a water person, and being near water instantly puts me at peace. And that story resonated with me for a lot more reasons. When he said, when you lose your life, lose your identity. When you lose your identity, your role, it really can shake you to your core. Mm-hmm. And then he had that dream. God said, build a pond. And he woke up and wrote that down so he wouldn't forget. That kind of thing happens to me all the time. And I really feel like if we listen to those internal cues, and that voice knows what to do. It knows your mission.
But I think you're at a fork in the road when you're going through something. You're either going to go down or you're going to go through and up. Yeah. And I love the stories where they go through and up.
Yeah. Well, autoimmunity is really
make you.
Yeah, autoimmunity is really interesting. And what he did was, from an integrative standpoint, he provided one of the treatments. So people don't understand that when you have an autoimmune disorder, you have options. You have more than just the option of the medicines that traditionally gives you. Autoimmunity, from an integrative standpoint, you have to look at vitamin deficiencies, hormonal deficiencies, look at your gut for the inflammation. Stress is a huge one. So he treated himself with the stress to bring down, because the body's all connected. The stress will break down the gut, your immune system is in your gut, and it leads to autoimmunity.
Yeah, I've said it, I'm autoimmune, and you can either live with it or you can let it take your life.
Yeah.
And he chose to live with it and make the best out of his life.
We're all getting older, and it's about time we talk about it. Until next time on Aging Untold.